This is your Donnelsville Elementary Announcements.
Good morning, Donnelsville. This is Mrs. Strader broadcasting live from Donnelsville Elementary. Today is Friday, March the 1st, 2013, our last day of Read Across America Week. Hey, Dr. Seuss's birthday is actually tomorrow, so today we're celebrating Dr. Seuss with I Can Read With My Eyes Shut. And I saw a lot of you with your pajamas on. That's wonderful. Have fun with Pajama Day today and reading all those wonderful books. Hey, we have a few substitutes today. We'd like to welcome Mrs. Engelbrecht, Mrs. McKinley, Mrs. Suver, Mr. Gracie, and Mrs. Van Fleet is subbing in the office all day today. We have a few birthdays. Nobody's birthday's today, but Alina, you've got a birthday coming up tomorrow, right? Who's your teacher?
Miss Rogers.
And how old will you be tomorrow?
7.
All right, happy birthday a day early. And right next to you is Jack. Jack, your birthday's on Sunday, right? Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Phil.
And how old are you going to be on your birthday?
7.
All right, happy birthday, Jack. All right, right there in front of them, we have a special guest today. We'll get to our other birthdays in a minute. We have Lillian. And I don't know if some of you might remember when we had our Veterans Day program back in the fall, Lillian's dad was here. He's in the Air Force, and he was our guest speaker. He spoke during the Veterans Day program, and he told us that he and his family were going to be moving to Osan Air Force Base. Lillian, can you tell us where that is?
It's in Korea.
It's in Korea. So Lillian's last day is actually today, which is really sad for us, but probably kind of exciting for her and her family because they are moving to Korea. And so if you see her today, tell her good luck. We're going to miss her. And again, we just thank her dad and her family for their dedication and their commitment to our country for taking on such a huge move. So good luck to you, okay? We'll miss you, Lillian. All right, we've got 2 other birthdays to celebrate. We've got Cole. Hey, Cole, you had a birthday yesterday, right? All right, how old did you turn yesterday?
7.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Lawrence.
And who's this other guy beside me? Do you know him?
Dylan.
Do you know him? How do you know him?
Because he's my brother.
Oh, yeah, he's your brother. Hey, Dylan, you had a birthday yesterday, too. So how old are you?
7.
Oh, does that mean you guys are twins or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Phil.
All right. Happy belated birthday to both of you, okay? We're glad you're here today with us. All right. Teachers, a reminder, all specials will be in the library today. We have Tech Friday for our first graders, so please bring your classroom iPads. Boys and girls, next week's PBS Minute to Win It. Be earning those good days. You only have a few days left to earn the Minute to Win It reward, and we will show you some of those games on the announcements Monday and Tuesday. Something to look forward to. Boys and girls, we also have some other special guests in our building today. You can't see them, but you'll see them in a minute. After our announcements today, Mrs. Crew, who is our assistant superintendent for Tecumseh Local, will be reading our special book today, I Can Read With My Eyes Shut. But also here with her are the superintendent and our Board of Education members. And you might be thinking, who are all those people? Well, you know your teacher's in charge of your classroom, and Mrs. Strader, me, I kind of look over the building to make sure everybody's safe in the building and things are running. Well, the assistant superintendent and superintendent look over the whole district. Medway, Park Lane, New Carlisle, the middle school, the high school, okay? And our building, making sure everything's good. And then the Board of Education, they kind of oversee everybody and they make sure they're safe. They came today to tour our building. So you're going to see them on announcements, but you're also going to see them out in your classrooms. They're going to be walking through. They want to see the good things that you're doing here at school and how well you're doing and how much you're learning. So we're going to make them feel welcome. All right, Isabella, can you tell us what's for lunch today?
Cheeseburger.
All right, that sounds good. And Kylie, what about that weather today? Say it again. Say it again.
Partly cloudy and cold.
Partly cloudy and cold. Thank you. Okay, we're going to get to our hot ticket winners now. Hot ticket winners, if you'll come over and you're going to tell us your name and your teacher's name.
Irvin from Mrs. Phil's class.
All right, super job, Irvin.
Evan from Mrs. Church.
All right, great job, Evan.
Jeffrey from Mrs. Howard's class.
Good job, Jeffrey.
Joshua from Mrs. Cunningham's class.
Super job, Joshua.
Troy Kessel from Mrs. Stewart's class.
Great job.
Holly from Mrs. Ross's class.
Good job, Holly.
Abby from Mrs. Lighty's class.
Good job, Abby.
Molly from Mrs. Moore's class.
Super job.
Alicia from Mrs. Lawrence's class.
Good job.
Gavin from Mrs. Striker's class.
Good job. Gavin's one of our new students. Didn't take you long to earn the hot ticket winner. All right, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on another edition of the Donnelsville News. Have a great day. Remember, we're all here to learn. Please stay tuned for Mrs. Paula Crew, our assistant superintendent, reading I Can Read with My Eyes Shut by Dr. Seuss.
Good morning, boys and girls. Just a minute, we have some more folks coming in behind me that are going to introduce themselves to you this morning. Let's start with Mr. Scarf. If you want to tell them your name and what you do for the district.
I'm Mr. Scarf, and I'm on the Board of Education, and I'm glad to be here today.
John Stafford, also Board of Education, and excited to be here as well.
Good morning, Mark Chrisman, and I'm the president of the school board this year.
And I'm Gary Cochran, I'm also on the school board.
Last and not least, Dan Studebaker, and we're pleased to be here to come to school board.
Brad Martin, superintendent, and I'm ready to listen to Mrs. Crew read this book.
So multitask and hold this as well.
As much as you can be
Okay, again, boys and girls, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Hold it right up here. Thank you. I can read in bed and in purple and in brown. I can read in a circle upside down. I can read with my left eye. I can read with my right. I can read Mississippi with my eyes shut tight. Mississippi, Indianapolis, and hallelujah too. I can read with my eyes shut. That is very hard to do. But it's bad for my hat and makes my eyebrows get red hot. So reading with my eyes shut, I don't do that an awful lot. And when I keep them open, I can read with much more speed. You have to be a speedy reader because there's so much to read. You can read about trees and bees and knees on trees and bees on threes. You can read about anchors and all about ants. You can read about ankles and crocodile pants. You can read about hoses and how to smell roses and what you should do about owls on noses. Young cat, if you keep your eyes open enough, oh, the stuff you will learn, the most wonderful stuff. You'll learn about fish bones and wishbones. You'll learn about trombones. You'll learn about Jake, the pillow snake, and all about Foo-Foo, the snoo. I'm having trouble holding the microphone and showing you pictures, but let me show you this page because the snoo is on there. See him? You can learn about ice, you can learn about mice. Mice on ice and ice on mice. Thank you. You can learn about the price of ice. You can learn about sad and glad and mad. There are so many things you can learn about, but you'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. The more you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. You might learn a way to earn a few dollars, or how to make donuts or kangaroo collars. You can learn to read music and play a hutzut if you keep your eyes open, but not with them shut. If you read with your eyes shut, you're likely to find that the place where you're going is far, far behind. So that's why I tell you to keep your eyes wide. Keep them wide open, at least on one side. Did you like that?
Yeah! Following our announcements this morning, our Board of Education members, as well as our Superintendent, Mr. Martin, and our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Crew, had a chance to tour the building and see the wonderful things that are going on here at Donnelsville Elementary.